right, guys. What you got?
How disappointing was it to your first game to lose like that?
I wouldn't say disappointing as much as just a little concerning. We're not doing, we need to do better at the line of scrimmage. And again, credit to Ball State. Now, they did a nice job. I mean, we only forced them to punt once. Defense did a nice job of maybe not giving up a bunch of big plays or maybe keeping out of the end zone to some degree, but you scored 3 points in the second half. You score the opening drive on a touchdown, score one the rest of the game. I mean, you got to give those guys credit. They physically, I thought, on both sides of the ball. We didn't rush the ball very well. They did. They got in a lot of third and manageables. We didn't. Again, kind of glad we didn't have turnovers, but we didn't create any. Kicking game wasn't bad, but we didn't create much. And bottom line, it was kind of like an old classic game where the team that won the line of scrimmage won it. And they're to my opinion, naked eye, their OL and DL won the line of scrimmage. Consistently.
You got hit 17 points on your first 3 possessions and really stalled out for a stretch there. What were the issues?
Again, just, missing some blocks, getting off schedule, a couple play calls by me. I'm calling some of those plays. And, the first drive, second half, we get to 3rd and 2 and catch it into a blitz and miss a block and, punt it. And so, we got to be able, you saw at the end, we're a little bit more aggressive. We got a young quarterback and some young receivers. So, we only had the ball. I think if you look at it, I think looking at quickly, they had like 75 plays. We had 64 plays, but they had the ball for 13 more minutes. And when they're running the ball well, and we're not getting stops, and then offensively, if we're not executing and coming off the field, we kind of wear out a little bit. So again, we'll keep looking at how we play, how to put it together. But the real thing, line of scrimmage wasn't good. Play calling on my part. We'll keep working on that.
What do you think led to the disparity at the line? I guess. Do you think they were just kind of physically stronger than you guys?
I don't know. I mean, just whether it be stronger, just the ability to sustain a block or get off a block, and again, we'll keep evaluating where we are. I mean, we've done, again, I think for preseason we've been awfully good, and the guys have worked hard. And we're not going to change and panic what we do. We're going to do what we do, believe in what we do. But now I think as you get into this game, you go into game 2, game 3, we'll start gauging in other guys and game experience, and maybe how to put our guys in better position. And not in better position against ourselves in practice, but better position in the game mode. So does that mean, we're doing different things in movements and blitzes and coverages? Does that mean we're doing things differently, offensive line or quarterback play or running back play to create some running game? Because we need to run the ball for more than 100 yards to have a chance to win. So, again, there'll be some real strong evaluation just structure-wise as now we start to play. I thought, Ed first time out was okay. Didn't hurt us, but at the same time, other than the go ball, we didn't make a lot of plays. No turnovers, no kicking plays. So it's kind of a bland, boring game other than the line of scrimmage play, which we lost.
You mentioned the last lack of a pass rush. How much did that kind of set your whole defense back, just not being able to get anywhere at the quarterback at all?
Well, to some degree, you need pressure, yes. We tried some blitzes that got picked up, didn't get home. But at the same time, again, when your opponent is first and second down, getting on schedule where it's manageable passes or it's manageable runs and there's balance and you can't necessarily tee off. I think there was a couple times in the 3rd and 4th quarter where we got to some 3rd and longs and their defense had a chance to tee off on us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we got too many situations where we could pin our ears back and come. You're sitting there, they did a great job on the boot, which is a great call by them on the 3rd down deal, and the quarterback comes out and runs for a handful of yards that last drive that they had. So, they got to manageable situations, and that's all because of winning the line and having a good run game and our inability to have one on our side, our inability to stop it, or our inability to create it. And as we play in our league and as we go through this year, we have to create that. And we'll evaluate where we're at and what we do. We're not going to panic. We're not going to throw guys under the bus, but we have got to be better in stop and run, and we've got to be better rushing the ball.
What was your thinking on the 4th and 3 at the 9-yard line, first play of the 4th quarter?
Again, that being said, and again, you go back and even said at the end, well, hey, I kicked that field goal there. We're going for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal at the end of the game. Thought was, though, we had it pinned down, that we could maybe get the stop and come back, even though we had not played great D. You got them down the 7, 8, 9-yard line. We talked to the defensive guys. What do you want to do? We can kick the field goal. We can play D. And the comment from our defense coaches, we got them pinned down. We got to stop them. If you want to go for it, go for it. That was one of the plays, and no disrespect, that was actually one of the plays where he got bluffed. They looked like they were going to blitz on the side. He got bluffed, kind of threw the wrong side, kind of misread it, and made a quick pass and missed our shot. That was probably of plays. He had one of the more not a bad play, but just kind of as a young guy got a little fooled right there. Missed it. Didn't hurt us, but didn't help us. But defensively, our guys, and again, I like that. We need to be aggressive. We need to not, the first drive, it's a 4th and 1, we go for it. I mean, we can't go out and play afraid. We can't go out playing scared. We can't worry about worst case scenarios. We got to be aggressive. We got to be smart. Talk to the defensive guys. Do you want us to kick it or go for it? They said let's go for it. We got them pinned down. We did stop them, I think, as they got out to about midfield a ways. But nice to, if we didn't get it, to go quick 3 and get it at midfield. But that was the thought.
Coach, where was Darius Johnson tonight?
Excuse me.
Where was Darius Johnson tonight?
Well, he had a couple of guys. We had some guys, again, just wasn't able to travel. And again, we don't really talk about the injuries and team situation. So, but he wasn't with us tonight.
But it was an injury. That was the reason.
Excuse me.
Was it some kind of injuries or physical thing?
I don't talk about injuries or team rules or speculation. Or he just wasn't here. He wasn't a part of the loss tonight.
Your positives in your scoring in the second quarter, the pass that Belcher pulled down and the 65-yarder, and then Mitch Ewald, the 49-yard field goal.
That was good to see, and it was good for Mitch. You know what I'm saying? And again, maybe we should have kicked that one later in the start of the fourth quarter, whatever it was. It didn't, but again, I think we've made some strides in the kick game. The kick game didn't hurt us tonight. A couple of returns got out a little bit more on kickoff covers than should have. We didn't stop them to gauge. What our punt return team is like. We only punted 3 times. So I don't know if we're any good truly at punt or punt return. I think we did pin them inside the 20, although we never got them inside the 10. So kicking game was fair. We made some strides there. The snapper, young freshman's good. So we made some strides. It was nice for DeMarlo to make the one big play, but we're going to need some more.
You mentioned that. What made you decide he was the guy in the first place, and what did you think about his play overall?
Well, again, last couple weeks, he'd probably been a little more consistent as far as just now. I think they all kind of played pretty good, and it was actually one of the reasons to not really say make it was there wasn't that great deal of separation. Didn't plan on rotating, playing a bunch of guys. If the guy starting out would have played bad, we could have, but we didn't. But I just think, the last couple of weeks, just some ball security, taking care of the ball, throwing it the right place. He had just been cleaner. And I think for the most part tonight, there wasn't a lot of throws. He said, well, why did you? I think a couple of times he looked the wrong way, got bluffed, and took off scrambling where he didn't need to. And again, his first game, true game under his belt, he'll grow from that. But again, Trey and Dusty have been doing awfully good. So they'll keep plugging, keep pushing, and we'll see how it plays out. He played tonight. I guess he's the starter. But I don't know if it's a big deal where, we lose the first game. Like we got it, figured out, and he's the guy for sure. We'll keep it. And that's not disrespect to him. He did okay.
You
That's good.
mentioned the 3rd and longs in the second half. Did you notice any kind of adjustments they were making to you in terms of first and second downs?
Well, no, they were just doing a fair amount of whether it be guesswork or logical thought process of when they wanted to pressure. And I don't know if the blitzes were beating us typically as much as we were getting beat by slanting linemen, because when you're blitzing, here comes some guys crossing face. And we just lost some blocks and got the 3rd and long, whether it be a backside reach block or a front side guy angling out. So they, again, we missed some blocks. They did a nice job of pressuring, got us in 3rd downs, a couple times teed off, forced Ed to scramble, a couple times missed shots. So, but again, they did, Coach Limbo and his staff background, he's always done a good job. And they did well tonight. And again, credit those guys, and really a credit to them line scrimmage. And we'll see if we're going to be worth a flip, especially in our league, if we can make some serious improvement quickly, because we'll need to. All right, thanks, guys.